Hello everyone, welcome to my channel ACT, Nita's Communication Tutorial. In this video, I'll discuss about humidity sensors also known as hygrometers. Here I'll cover introduction, applications, different parameters related to humidity, classification of humidity sensors, and advantages and disadvantages of different types of humidity sensors. Humidity, as we all know, is simply water in gaseous form, or we can say amount of water vapor present in air. Temperature and humidity is closely related. If temperature is 0 degrees centigrade, it indicates less humidity, and if temperature is less, it can make skin dry and itchy. And also there is a risk of catching infection. If temperature is 100 degrees centigrade, it indicates more humidity, and increase in humidity can lead to discomfort. And also there comes risk of growing molds and bacteria. So humidity is a major concern in many areas. Coming to the application, humidity, as I told, is a major concern in many areas, like in domestic for controlling humidity in our homes and offices, also in cooking, plantation, etc. Industries like food processing, textile, etc. also need a control of humidity because many processes like in metal industry requires oxygen and humidity reduces the amount of oxygen. In agriculture, we know moisture in the soil plays an important role in proper growth of the plants, and irrigation techniques like drip irrigation needs accurate moisture content for the plants. So, using humidity sensors, we can easily check the moisture of plants and accordingly we can irrigate our fields. Also in semiconductor fabrication industry, a slight difference in temperature and humidity can result in huge impact in the production. So it's required to monitor the temperature and humidity. Medical equipments like ventilators, sterilizers, etc. also require humidity control. Now I will discuss about different parameters related to humidity. The first term is moisture. There is a slight difference between humidity and moisture. Moisture refers to water content in solids and liquids, but humidity refers to water content in gases. Next is absolute humidity. Absolute humidity is the total mass of water vapor present in a given volume of air. It does not take temperature into account, but it changes with temperature and pressure. Next is relative humidity. Relative humidity is the ratio of actual water vapor present in the air at a temperature to the maximum water vapor present in the air at the same temperature. It is an important metric used in weather forecast and reports as it is an indicator of the likelihood of precipitation. Normally, it is expressed as percentage. Next is specific humidity. Specific humidity is the ratio of mass of water vapor to the total mass of air. Next is mixing ratio or humidity ratio. Mixing ratio is the ratio of mass of water vapor to the mass of the dry air. Sometimes specific humidity is equal to the humidity ratio. Next is dew point temperature. If a gas is cooled and gaseous water vapor begin to condense in liquid phase, the temperature at which this condensation occurs is defined as a dew point temperature. Coming to the next slide, that is classification of hygrometers or humidity sensors. Broadly, they are classified into two types, that is classical hydrometers and second, modern hygrometers. Classical hygrometers are further classified into metal paper foil type, second, hair tension hygrometers, psychrometers, and chilled mirror dew point hygrometers. Modern hygrometers are classified as capacitive, resistive, thermal, gravimetric, and optical. Now comes the explanation of classical hygrometers. First is metal paper foil type. It is composed of metal or paper foil. The coil expands or contracts as humidity changes. The amount of expansion is calibrated with actual amount of humidity and the dial displays the humidity. It is simple and inexpensive but gives limited accuracy. Next is hair tension hygrometer. Here, human hair is used as a humidity sensor. The hair is arranged in parallel beams and they are separated from one another to expose them to the surrounding atmosphere. The number of hairs are placed in parallel to increase the mechanical strength. This hair arrangement is placed under small tension by the use of tension spring to ensure proper functioning. Also, it is connected to an arm and link which is attached to a pointer which indicates the humidity. Moving on to the next, that is psychrometer. It consists of two calibrated thermometers, one that is dry and one is kept moist with distilled water on the wick. At temperature above the freezing point of water, evaporation of water from the wick lowers the temperature than the dry bulb thermometer. The different temperatures are then compared on a psychrometric chart to know the humidity. Chilled mirror hygrometers make direct measurement of dew point temperature of a gas by allowing a sample of gas of unknown water vapor content to condense on an inert chilled mirror polished metal surface. A beam of light, usually from an LED, is reflected from the surface into a photodetector. These type of hygrometers are considered as the precise instruments. Next is modern hygrometers. Under this, the first one is capacitive hygrometer. In the capacitive hygrometers, a polymer film is sandwiched between two metal conductive electrodes. This polymer film is hygroscopic in nature. That means it attracts water from the surroundings. So whenever it attracts water from the surroundings, the dielectric constant changes. So change in humidity corresponds to change in dielectric constant and hence capacitance. Coming to the advantages of capacitive humidity transfers, the output voltage is linear, they provide stable results and can detect wide range of relative humidity. The disadvantage of capacitive humidity sensor is that distance from the sensor and the signaling circuit is very limited. Coming to the application parts, they are used in heating, ventilation and air conditioning, that is HVAC systems. They are also used in printers, fax machines, weather stations, automobiles, food processing, refrigerators, ovens and dryers. Coming to the next, that is resistive humidity sensors. These sensors are made up of materials with very low resistivity, and this resistivity changes with change in humidity. The low resistivity material is deposited on top of two electrodes. You can see in the image on the right side. These electrodes are placed in interdigitized pattern. Interdigitized pattern means these two electrodes are interlocked comb-shaped electrodes. These electrodes are placed in this interdigital pattern to increase the contact area. The resistivity between the electrodes changes when the top layer absorbs the water, and this change can be measured with the help of an electrical circuit. Moving on to the advantages, they are small size, low cost, and highly interchangeable. The distance between the sensor and signal circuit is also large. The disadvantages of resistive humidity sensors is that they are sensitive to chemicals and also the output reading shift if water soluble products are used. Resistive humidity sensors are used in industries, domestic and commercial applications. Moving on to the next, that is thermal conductivity humidity sensors. These are absolute humidity sensors. These sensors measure thermal conductivity of both dry as well as air with water vapor. And the difference between these two conductivities corresponds to absolute humidity. Here, Two thermistors with negative temperature coefficients are used for bridge circuit. You can see figure on the right. One thermistor is sealed in the chamber filled with dry nitrogen and the other is exposed to open environment with small vents. When the circuit is power on, the resistance of the two thermistors are calculated and the difference between these two is directly proportional to absolute humidity. Talking about the advantages, they are suitable for high temperature environments and high corrosive situations and are also very durable and have high resolution. But exposure to any gas whose thermal property is different than nitrogen can affect the readings. They are widely used in drying kilns, pharmaceutical plants, ovens, clothes dryers, and food dehydration. Moving on to the next, that is gravimetric humidity sensor. It uses gravity to calculate humidity. By measuring the weight of column of air, a proportion can be determined by comparing that weight with weight of dry air. This is most accurate method to determine humidity but is only used to calibrate less accurate instruments. And the last is optical humidity sensor. Here, a light emitter and a detector are arranged with a volume of air between them. The radiation of light as seen by detector indicates humidity according to Beer-Lambert's law. Thank you for watching my video. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe and also press the bell icon for getting notification of my upcoming videos.